SICSA's mission is to promote the welfare and adoption of companion animals and to nurture loving, lifelong relationships between animals and people. My name is Nora Vondrell, and I am the President and CEO of the SICSA Pet Adoption and Wellness Center. SICSA stands for the Society for the Improvement of Conditions for Stray Animals. Animals have moved away from being farm animals to being a member of your family. They're a part of your family, and that's why it's a $60 billion industry nationally, because we're spending a lot of time with our pets. And so now our focus is on keeping those pets in their homes. We still do adoption, so we're still going to try and match them up. But the reality is that if we can do things to keep them from being surrendered, then that is a worthwhile effort. If we can provide low-cost veterinary services for families who have transportation issues, if they have budget issues, if we can assist them with that, we can keep the animals in the home.
So our mission at SICSA is really beyond just the initial adoption and finding that good match, but really focusing on that lifelong relationship between the person and the pet. I'm Jessie Sullivan, the Director of Adoption and Alternative Services. I oversee the Adoption and Help Center programs here at SICSA, and basically my role is to just make sure that our programs and our services within Adoptions and Help Center are aligned with our strategic plan for SICSA. So the adoption program at SICSA, we really focus on conversation-based adoptions. We really want our process to be relational, not transactional. We want to focus on building those long-term relationships so that we're not only providing a good match for both the person and the pet, but that we're really focused on the long-term success of the adoption. And if we've built relationships with our adopters, then they're going to feel comfortable coming back to us if they have any issues or concerns that we can help them through and really help ensure that the pet stays in that home.
So when we were looking for locations, we had a very well-traveled road in Kettering, and so we wanted to make sure that people could see us where we were at. And clearly, right off I-675 was important, and this location at Washington Township has been fabulous. Our volunteers help us with our mission. In fact, they make our mission possible. They allow us to extend it in ways that we couldn't do if we didn't have that resource. So it was very important as a nonprofit organization that we work to diversify our funding. If COVID taught us nothing, it's that you can't have all of your resources in one bucket. So we really reached out to the community and identified partnerships that would help us be sustainable for the long time. We have a wonderful partnership with Boston Stoker, and Boston Stoker has a wonderful location there on 48 in the Washington Township area. And what we do is we started partnering with them on having our own coffee brand. So we have the Boston Stoker SICSA House Blend, and they partner with us in not only offering free coffee here in the Kitty Cafe or in the Canine Cafe, but they also sell it for us. So we make funding from this partnership. So Boston Stoker gets their name out to our animal-loving community, and we know that people who support SICSA will support those who support us.
My name is Dr. Joyce Voss. I am the Director of Veterinary Services and Animal Care. We provide low-cost spay-neuter services for members of our community as part of our mission to help keep animals in their homes. We've got a program we call the Community Veterinary Care Program. And this is the first of its kind in our community. And what we do is we basically, once a month, we pack up our clinic, we hit the road, and we go somewhere in the Miami Valley and targeting areas that we know that are in need. And so these are areas that have been hit by the tornadoes from Memorial Day a couple years ago, areas that we call veterinary deserts, meaning there aren't any vet clinics close by. And thanks to the generosity of our grant, we've got some grants, and then we've got some very generous members of our community, we are able to provide these off-site services to all of the clients that we see for free.
We have our community veterinary clinics that we take our clinics into the community, into neighborhoods that wouldn't have access to veterinary care otherwise.
The SICSA Community CAT program really promotes TNRM, which is Trap, Neuter, Return, and Monitor. And that's really a way to reduce and stabilize the community cat population. Our help center receives a lot of calls about outdoor cats, but these outdoor cats aren't always socialized to people. They're not always candidates for adoptive homes. So we need to find other ways to care for them and make sure that they're healthy. And research says that the best way to reduce and stabilize those cat populations are through TNR.
If we can help take care of community cat populations and get those populations down to a manageable level, we can keep them in their home.
SICSA actually has agreements within communities in the Dayton area, including Washington Township, where TNRM services are provided at no cost to residents. We are called the SICSA Pet Adoption Center, so adoption is often what we're best known for. However, SICSA also has a help center, and these are some new programs and services in the last few years where we've really expanded beyond adoption, and we try to focus on keeping the pets in their homes with the families who love them. So some of these services help pet owners who might encounter a temporary crisis. We really feel strongly that just because someone encounters a hardship in their life, it doesn't necessarily mean that they need to surrender their pet. So we try to focus on programs and services that will help people through those situations that doesn't have to result in surrender. Historically, the role of animal shelters had really been to take animals into their facilities and find them new homes. But a unique thing that SICSA is doing is really finding creative and progressive ways to keep animals in their homes and prevent them from coming into animal shelters to begin with.